Very much. I now recognize Congresswoman Cammack. You are now recognized for your testimony.
Thank you, Madam Chairwoman. Good morning, and thank you for having me here today on this panel. Thank you to the Ranking Member Comer. Appreciate everything that you all do here. Distinguished members of this committee, I'm pleased to be with you this morning, though I wish my testimony came here under better circumstances. Right now, our country is facing a number of crises that House Democrats have been loath to acknowledge or make progress towards fixing. The crisis in Afghanistan, Americans still stranded, border crisis with record crossings, and a humanitarian public health disaster unfolding on a daily basis. Now, we are looking at stripping one of the longest provisions in U.S. history, the Hyde Amendment. Meanwhile, the majority members of this committee who have direct oversight over the very issues I just mentioned have chosen to spend valuable time glorifying and normalizing abortion instead of doing what this committee should, properly overseeing the very crises that my colleagues and I have been raising alarm bells about for months. However, today I want to speak to you about a very personal aspect of my own story that propels me each and every single day in this body. As I said last week on the House floor, and while defending life dozens of times prior, I was not supposed to be here. I would not be here had it not been for the very brave choice that my mother made 33 years ago. See, when my mom was pregnant with my sister at age 27, a single mom, she suffered a devastating stroke. It took her a year and a half to learn how to walk again, basic motor skills, and to this day, still struggles. Miraculously, she was able to deliver a healthy baby girl. And many years later, when she was pregnant with me, she found, through the advice of her doctors, that no, it was highly unlikely, if not impossible, for not only her to survive, but me as well. So you can imagine the fear, the disappointment, the struggle, the internal anguish that my mother felt as doctors told her that she needed to abort her child. You can imagine the pain that she felt when her own family told her that she needed to abort her child. But because of her strength, she chose life. That wasn't an easy decision for a single mom, for a working class mom. Someone herself who had lived a life of disappointments, of struggle, addiction, and yet, despite everything, she chose life. She did something that many of my colleagues here could have done. Every woman's story is different. Every woman's story is different, and these decisions do not come easy. But I am grateful every single day that there were resources available for my mom, because in that moment, she chose life, and those resources were available to her as a single mom. My mom survived. I survived. And I am a living, breathing witness of the power of life and the incredible choice that my own mother made. And I get emotional about it. I think this issue everyone gets emotional about. And knowing that you were never supposed to survive, it gives you a new perspective about life. For that and my mother's choice, I am incredibly grateful. There are millions of women out there like my mom who made the same decision that she did. With her decision, We were able to go as the daughter of a single mother from homeless to the House of Representatives. That is only possible in America, and that is only possible in America that values life, because we are built on the premise of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. It begins with life. And I know there's been a lot of talk about justice here today. What about the justice for those unborn? All the little girls that never had a shot. Where was their choice? It's because this body is saying that they don't get a choice. They don't get a shot at life. And that is why we here today, as defenders and warriors of the unborn, want to make sure that every little boy and every little girl has a shot to achieve the American dream. That same American dream that has allowed me to be here speaking to you today. Thank you, Madam Chairwoman, for allowing me to share my story, my mother's story, here today. Thank you to all my colleagues and to anyone watching who may one day be faced with this decision, and I pray they choose life.
Thank you.